Okay, here's what I got going on. I've got the tailstock mount in there on the bed, and it's sitting down on the surface plate. And I lightly clamped it there, and then I lightly clamped it here on the back of the bed. And now I'm checking the level of the spindle shaft, and I've got 1 thou above there, and I've got a 1/2 thou above there. So let's just take that 1/2 thou out. All right, and let's go over to the Cadillac gauge carefully, and then we'll check it and see what we get for. Let's see, is there a way to zoom this in? Oh yeah, there is. All right, so we'll go and pick out a step here, and we'll turn her up to it. Let's take and clean that step. These haven't been used in a long time. They're full of dust and dirt. I haven't used them in a long time. We'll slide her in there, and we'll crank her up to it. Whoops. Until we get to the 0 here on the indicator. There we go, 0. And according to the read out up there, it's 867 2/10. So that's what it is from the surface plate up to it. So take and get a piece of paper here. Piece of paper, write this stuff down. And give me a pen. Where's a pen? There we go. I found these two in his stash, and a lot of pens. I don't know how many of them work. 867 2/10. And that's I believe this is a 500 thou drill blank. Take it out of there and look at it. Yep, 1/2 inch high speed drill blank. So we'll subtract 250 from that. 2716. So we got 617 2/10. That's what it is from the surface plate to the center line. So now we'll take, what did I do with it? Tailstock here, the tailstock assembly. Now we'll take that, we'll set that like that, and see what it is from here to here to the center line, and then we'll be able to take and add gauge blocks up to that and then transfer them. Make sense? So I need a knee. I'm gonna leave this one clamped and take this one off. Take this over here. Swing it around without hitting my indicator. And make sure those are clean. I'll get this stone here and give it a little bit of a bump there on the one side of it. I thought I had a stone over here. We're done with it. Here it is. The longer one. Oh, this is a really fine one. That's the white one. Alright, so now we need to clamp that up there somehow. I should have took that one out. I'll get another big hand twist clamp. Another bigger. Took in the big ones. Shoot, that's all I got. Well, I don't need that set up anymore. Anyways, I'll take that big one off over here. Because this doesn't need to be set up anymore. I know what it is. Ooh, stepping. Let's lay that down like that. We'll set it up. Just set that up like that. Now, oop, I kicked the tripod. I could go with just putting a 1-inch gauge block underneath. I'll make sure it's down on the surface plate. Right. See if we can get a reading off of that. If I can get some of this stuff out of the way. All right. See what we got here. See what we got. See if it's sitting straight even. I don't know. Those two knobs on there should be the same. Zero. Oops. Zero. It's 7th thou under, so we're gonna have to have 2 different gauge blocks, probably. Seventh thou out there. Let's get a feeler gauge and just stick a 3 thou feeler underneath that side. That means that when we put the gauge blocks underneath to transfer the screws, it'll just be 3 thou bigger on one side than the other, if this works. I don't know if this will bring it up enough or not. We'll see. Loosen that up a little bit. Oops. Slide that underneath there. Come on. Bring that down. I'm going to tap it down again, because it's not really down tight on that. There we go. There we go. Now check her out. Okay, got about 3.5 above. And we'll bring that up to 0. 0. It'll be closer, it should be anyway. Within 3 thou now. So I'll go with a 4. I'll put a number or a 4 thou underneath it. If I've got one here. Let's see. They're not in they're not in order. Here's a 5. I have a feeling a 5 is going to be too much, so we'll try it. We'll try 5. Slide that under. I lifted it a little bit. Okay. Down. Zero there. Oh, 5 wasn't enough. We're still 5.5. Let's go with a 6. 7. We'll go with a 7. 7th though. See if I can lift it up and do that again. Oops. Don't want to get it underneath the knee, just the. Okay. Zero. Nope. Too high now. That doesn't feel like it's down on it though. Why is it going down on it? Clamp too loose. There we go. Now it's tight on it. Clamp was too loose, I think. So we're probably way out of the ballpark. Just got to play with it until you get it right. 0. 1 thou too high. Actually, no, it's not. It's right on. Did I pick up something here? It's measuring 0 there. 0 there. I'm going to call that 0. All right. So now we go over the Cadillac gauge again. We'll get that reading. It's going to be lower. Rear up. There's 0. And it is, let's see if you can zoom in on that. Doesn't want to zoom. There we go. It is 499.2. So that is 499.2. Subtract the 250. 2,942. Yeah, it's 1 inch though. Same thing here, I think. Geez, I don't know now. Ah, are you kidding me? I'm thinking it's 1 inch here. I can go back and look at my video, I guess, where I took that reading from. Doggone it. You know, just quick take it, set it up again. Come on, let loose. There you go. Lay this over here. I'll just quick set this up. It didn't take that long to set it up. Oh, I don't think I really need this one in the back, but I put it there anyway. Clamp, clamp, clamp. Give me a clamp. Okay. Kind of rocks on there. That's why I put that on there. So it didn't rock and roll. Okay, so there's where it was. Yeah, it was 1 inch 800. So it's 1 inch 6. So that's what it is, 1 inch 6. So take the 1 inch. Pencil doesn't write very good. 617.2. We take the 1 inch 249.2. It was nice of it to run to the tenths to run so we can cancel those out. 8. The 6. 3, right? Add it up, let's see, 17, 10, 11, 6. Yep. 368 thousandths. Now, we know it's 368 thousandths, but we put 7th thou underneath the one side. So on the one side we want that gauge block, and on the other side we want with plus the 7 thousandths, so it would be 75. 3/8, 375 on one side, and the side closest to the, and 368 on the other side. I'll have to dig out my gauge blocks. I haven't had them out in a long time. Well, let's get them out. I never had the box for it, so I use a box that I scrounged up. And it's actually my calipers box. My calipers box. And again, these are gauge blocks that I scrounged out of a garbage can because they were a millionth out. Believe it or not. They got so damn picky that if it was, 10 or 20 millionths out, they threw them away. Well, they're plenty good enough for me. So I've got more than a full set here. What did I need now? I need a 368. So let's go with the 118 first. 118, 107, 11, 10, I oiled them all up so they're all kind of sticky. 14, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 114. I don't know if I have one. Oh, yeah, right here. Right here. 19, and I'm just 118. All right, so 118 from that. So now all I need is a 250. And put those together and wipe them off here, and then ring them together. Although for what I'm doing here, I don't think I need to really ring them together, but I will. There. Okay, so that's for the side toward us, or toward the headstock. And then the other one, oh no, that's the side toward the tail, or toward the tailstock end. We want a 375 for the headstock end. So we want a 125 and a 250. Because I don't believe I have a 375. They're all jungled up. That'll sort it out. $125 right here, right in front of me. Jeez, he's all Friday. And then we need another 250. If I've got one, or a 150 and a 100. $150 and 100. There we go. Close that up so I don't drop them and spill them all over the floor. That'd be cool. Alright, so let's wipe the oil off of them. Alright, try to ring them together. Alright, this one goes toward the headstock end, this one goes to the tailstock end. So now we just want to take this off here. Ooh. Don't tip it on the floor. The video is going to get kind of long today. After not being there for a long time. That fits snug on there. So what we want to do is just set this up like that, like that, and take this. Oops. I'm going to take this out just to relieve some weight. I'm going to take the spindle out of it. Acme thread, single pointed. That'll just relieve some of the weight hanging. Just like that, and then that has to be centered yet. So I'll have to figure out a way of centering it. What I want to do is take this the other way, and then I'm going to clamp that in the center, just catching it. Will I be able to get in there with clamps? I'd like to get a clamp like that on it so that I can pull it off. So I'm going to go way over here and just barely clamp it. I just want it so it doesn't tip. These in here. There'll be a lot of little dinking around here now to figure it out. And then we'll put a clamp there. And we should have it, but I'll have to figure out what block I need to put in here, what the distance. We'll just measure that with the calipers. Oop, jeez. We'll get my calipers out. Because that's not a, I mean, if that sets back a few thousandths one way or the other, it's not going to matter. So, this, 1 750. This is probably, take the clamp off it for a minute. Inches, so it's 125. So 125 to one side will make it. Come on. In a 125 gauge block. And I'm going to put that alongside it and just kind of. I think I had some 125s in there. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Dig out the box again. $124, $125. Got a bit of a rust mark on it. I'm gonna have to take a break. I'll be back.